how to visualize yourself to achieving more success in your life, be it in physical arenas or even mental arenas. Why is visualization important and why you should start doing it? First of all, visualization helps train your brain basically and your body, muscles, motor units, to mimic what you do as if you are actually doing it. So for example, if I visualize myself shooting layups in basketball, it has been shown that it as effectively works not as well, but close to as if I was actually shooting layups or free throws or public speaking or whatever that may be. So visualization is another way to train your brain and train your body when you can only do so much with your body. So visualization is a super crucial skill to learn. I'm gonna help you teach you some skills that will help you visualize more effectively. First, we want to just start off with a basic. A lot of people will be like, hey, I can't visualize. I don't know how to visualize. So start with a simple object, right? Like I'm going to use my hand, for example, right? So you take your hand, just keep it in front of your face. And what you can start doing is just close your eyes and try to picture your hand. So I want to obviously keep my eyes open while I share this with you. But first, think about it as you're not actually seeing your hand, right? In your mind's eye, you're picturing your hand being there in whatever frame of reference you want to use. But you can start by looking at your hand, closing your eyes, open your eyes, close your eyes, open your eyes. You can do it faster, right? Open, close, open, close, open, close, right? You can start doing this on a regular basis and then start leaving your hand or your eyes closed, leaving your hand up there, and then picture your hand, picture your fingers, picture the creases in your hand, picture the detail, picture the things that you see around your hand, as in like you can see that your hand, and obviously as you look at your hand, you can look through your fingers. You can see, obviously, what I'm seeing is the computer screen because my hand's here and my computer's right in front of me. So as I look through that and I look at my hand and I stare at it in more detail, then I close my eyes. Then I look, can I see those creases? Can I picture something? Can I picture something similar to that? Can I picture my hand moving? Can I picture those things? Another thing is just take simple objects, right? Like a ball. Can I take a ball and do the same thing? Can I close my eyes and see the ball? Can I see the writing on the ball? Can I see, the shape of the ball? Is it, circle, spherical? Like, am I able to picture that? And it's in your mind's eye, right? Like it doesn't have to be like some picture perfect thing that you see. It's something you're visualizing it. It's more in your brain than it is with your eyeballs, right? Like I know that's confusing, but you're not actually visualizing it and seeing the ball because your eyes are shut, right? You're visualizing it. So it's more in your brain or your mind's eye, as they call it, right? I know, kind of confusing. That's why I think a lot of people struggle visualizing. And so then you start to incorporate more real life visualizations. You want to practice looking at a photo, do that for 10 seconds. Look at that photo for 10 seconds. Can you visualize that photo? And like anything, like any muscle, it takes practice. It takes time to do that. So there's multiple ways to visualize, since they're first person and third person. So if you can visualize by just looking at that object, that's good. Then eventually you want to go to third person. Incorporate guided visualization. So listen to audios or, obviously you can't see a video, but you're looking through that process, and a guided visualization will take you through that process where they'll tell you to visualize certain things like a chalkboard or, maybe your life or yourself or so forth. First person visualization is where you're actually seeing it through your own eyes. So this tends to be the more powerful one that you want to work on. Third person is if you can see yourself from a distance, like you're in a movie or you're in a photo and you're doing that activity, like you're up on stage public speaking, or you're looking through your own eyes from a first person standpoint, dribbling that basketball or seeing the crowd or the people that you're speaking to, their faces, all that stuff, right? So you want to be able to picture that and practice your speech, practice your presentation, practice, doing videos. That will help reduce anxiety, stress. It will help you prepare for that speech more effectively when you can do that on a regular basis. When the guided things, you want to then start working on like smell. So let's say I'm holding a lemon. So as you visualize, what else of my senses can I use to visualize it, right? Like I can pretend in my mind that I'm touching it and I can feel the roughness of that lemon, right? Obviously you don't have to do it with your hands. You're doing it with your mind. And as I picture that lemon, I can picture or I can smell the scent of a lemon. So in our brains, we can recreate all these experiences because we've lived it. We know what a lemon smells like. Popcorn's a great one, right? You smell popcorn, you're at the football game and you're ready to compete against, the other team. And before the game starts, you smell popcorn. You hear the sounds the band plays before, the trumpet sounds as that ball's kicked off. You smell the grass, right? Like you feel the wind or whatever, right? So you can start using all your other senses, from hearing, from, smells, from taste, right? Like you feel more saliva in your mouth as, whatever experience as you get a little more nervous, and you can feel or excited, right? You want to shift that focus to more excitement than nervous, all things like that. And then when you start getting better at visualization, you want to practice like as if the movie's playing of that sport, of you dunking a basketball, of you shooting that game-winning shot, of you hitting that three-pointer, of you speaking in public, of you giving that presentation, whatever it may be. A lot of this stuff is great if you're trying to think of a problem you're trying to solve and you're inventing it and you're laying in bed and you're just mentally processing it and thinking about it. You can go into like a movie and solve those problems. And this will help you a lot when it comes to training your brain to become more effective at solving things, because your brain will naturally start going there when you let it rest when you're dealing with a problem or a challenge in your life. So working through stuff is very valuable when it comes to that stuff. Obviously through meditation, you can get better. Through practice, you can get better. As you visualize all this stuff, you can practice, then go back and get a pencil and paper or crayons or markers or whatever and draw what you visualized, right? Start making it so you're training that brain to be even more effective, because that will develop those brain basically neurons, and develop that brain to be more effective to visualize, and will train you to be far more effective at visualization. And it will help you obviously be more effective when you train in your visualization exercises. You can use vision boards. You can create vision boards. You can do that. Obviously you want to be patient and consistent, like anything that you do in life. You want to take time. You want to practice it. It's just like lifting weights. You don't get great muscles and a great body in one day of training hard. You got to, keep working on it every day or a few times a week, consistently, and being persistent about developing that muscle per se, that brain muscle, so you can train from a visual standpoint of visualizing yourself via first person movies, and third person movies where you see yourself actually performing that task as if you're a director, watching that movie play and you're critiquing and making adjustments, all this. And visualization works in your favor if you want to get rid of bad habits. You can visualize things. This is an NLP technique, I believe, hypnosis technique that is utilized by like Richard Bandler and John Grinder. I think they came up with it. I'm not 100% sure if it was them that did this, but that's where I learned it from. And Tony Robbins, who basically got this stuff from those guys, is you visualize that negative event, and then you can start like a record. Like if you scratched a record, you can visualize yourself with really noisy noise or circus music, or making that picture or that movie move further in your brain or up close in your brain. So the farther away, the less impact it's going to have on you, and the closer up you're going to have. And there's more things that you can do to really fine tune this and, scratch that record in your brain. Or obviously, if you want to recreate a new record, you can, essentially have that new one break glass. It's called a swoosh technique, and that will help you get more effective with the visualization and train your brain to, be more in a positive mindset, build more confidence, whatever behavior you want to have. There's some great tools with that. I highly recommend learning the swoosh pattern or technique, learning some of the visualization training with moving it away, further away, all that stuff, and just, messing with it. Play some games, play visualization games. Kids are great at this. The more you can help your kids by teaching them visualization, the better they will be. And kids do it naturally, right? We take away their imagination by giving them a stupid phone or a stupid iPad and making them play games. Let them create the game in their head. Let them develop this. When my daughter was really young, she had a knack for this. She would create these unreal games inside her brain, and then she'd tell me about them, and we'd go have to experience it. And a lot of it was just watching her develop this stuff and, use her creativity muscle per se to create these games and, use her brain and let her explore. The more we can have kids do this, the better we will be at adults. So help your kids with this. Do this yourself. Learn to visualize. It will only help you more in your life. Like I said, start it simple, by your hand, by a ball, by a picture, the basics. Start with the basics, develop the muscle from there, and close your eyes, open your eyes, open and close super fast, keep them closed longer. See how you can, in your mind, see your whole arm, see it move, all that stuff. I can't wait to see in the comments below if you just think this is crazy, or if you're really training and getting better at learning visualization techniques and you're developing that muscle and what you visualized and how it's helped you. So write in the comments below, or, just start like anything. If you want to go to the gym and get in shape, you got to just start day one, get a membership, start training, learn some good exercises to do, and do them consistently. It's not about doing crazy stuff. It's just doing the simple things consistently in your life. So here's to your success. And I wish you the best. And I hope you can visualize more effectively after this video. Take care. Bye.